Hello everyone, how are you doing today? In this session, we'll cover if empty function in Workfront Fusion. Okay, it's a very nice function that we can use basically to check if a particular value is empty or not. Okay, if it is empty, then we can fetch a different value, or else we can call a different function altogether. Okay, so let's see that in action. So basically, let's try to test it using a simple requirement that we have. Okay, so let me pull up my requirement. So basically the requirement is like this. Okay, uh, if the portfolio is empty, then we need an output of not applicable, else we need the value of portfolio. So that is the requirement. Okay, so let's try to implement this logic. Okay, let's choose a module. Let's go for tools. Okay, and let's set multiple variables, add item. So let's say portfolio, and let's say digital marketing initiatives or something. Okay, so let's click on add. Okay, so right now it has a value. This portfolio has a value of digital marketing initiatives. That's okay. Now let's try to save it, and let's try to add another module. Let's say tools. Let's say set multiple variables, and we will have the output here where output. Okay, so now what are we going to do? If empty, we need to type if empty, open the braces. Then we need to check what if portfolio is empty. If portfolio is empty, then what will you do? Add a semicolon there. We need a value of NA, which is not applicable, right? NA is not applicable. So let's add it. Let's click on OK, and let's save it, and let's try to run the scenario here. Okay, you can see here the output is digital marketing initiatives because the portfolio is not empty. Okay, so that's why it had a value of digital marketing initiatives. Now let's make it as empty. Let the portfolio be empty right now. So let me just um, make it empty. The portfolio is empty right now. Click on save, click on OK. Let's save it, and let's try to run the scenario. Now what happens is we'll get a value of not applicable, right? So basically it is checking whether the portfolio is empty. If it is empty, then NA will be NA will be the output. If it is not empty, the output will be portfolio. Okay, that's what it does basically. Now we have another requirement, a bit complicated right now. Okay, now they're asking us to check if the portfolio is empty. If yes, then we need to check another field called line of business. Okay, if the line of business is empty, then we need to output a value of not applicable. Otherwise, if the line of business is not empty, we need to output we need to output the value of line of business. Okay, as the output. Okay, else a portfolio is not empty, then we need to output the value of portfolio. Okay, so that's what we need to do here. So how will you do that? So let's try to modify this. So let's add another field called line of business. Line, line of business. Okay, and let's say we can just say digital marketing, line of business, digital marketing. Okay, click add. Okay, right now we have that value here in digital marketing. Okay, now we need to tweak this. Okay, if portfolio is empty, then we need to check what we need to check empty if empty what we need to check if empty we need to check whether the line of business is empty or not. Line of business is empty or not. If it is empty, then apply a value of not applicable. Okay, else if the line of business is not empty, that it will extract the value of line of business itself. Okay, and if the portfolio is not empty, it will extract the value of portfolio itself. Okay, that's what it does. Okay, so let's try to save the scenario. Let's try to click on OK there, save it, and let's just try to run it. Okay, so here you go. It will give you a value of digital marketing because the line of business is not empty, right? So here it is. You can see that the line of business is digital marketing, so that's why it gave a value of digital marketing in the output. Okay, now let's make sure, let's um, make the line of business as empty. Okay, let's make the line of business as empty. So line of business is empty right now. Let's save it. Okay, and let's try to run the scenario. Now what do you think will happen? Okay, we should get a value of not applicable, right? Because both the values are empty, both this portfolio and line of businesses are empty. So then a value of not applicable should be displayed, right? So if you see here, portfolio, if portfolio is empty, then it goes here. If a line of business is empty, then it comes to not applicable, right? So let's try to run it. Okay, so you can see it's not applicable. Now let's make sure that we add a value of we add a value to portfolio. Let's say digital marketing initiatives. Okay, let's click OK. So what do you think will happen? We should get the value of digital marketing initiatives as output. Okay, so let's try to run it. Here you go. We got the value of digital marketing initiatives. Okay, so this is how you do a nested if empty statement. Okay, if you want to check multiple fields and you need to, you know, you know, fetch a different value based on that, right? You can do that, right? I hope this was useful. You have a nice day.